Hey everyone, today we're going to be learning about types of sentences. Are you kidding me, Miss Gabriella? I know how to write sentences. Why are we learning about this? Not only does this information describe the basis of the language we use to speak, but it also teaches us about sentence variety and how to switch up the types of sentences we use when we're writing. By knowing these types of sentences, you'll be able to switch them up in your writing and create a much diverse structure, which makes it way more engaging when you're reading and more fun for you to write, I think. We're going to discuss a couple of terms you should know before starting. We have clauses. Not that kind of clause. This is a part of a sentence or sometimes a whole sentence. There's an independent clause, which is a complete thought that has a subject and a verb. And then there's a dependent clause that is not a complete thought on its own. An example of an independent clause would be, Miss Gabriella studied in the Tim Hortons for her chemistry quiz. It's a complete thought, so it's independent. An example of dependent would be when Miss Gabriella studied in the Tim Hortons for her chemistry quiz. It's not a complete thought, making it dependent. In these two clauses, we can see that the independent clause is the one that makes a complete thought, while the dependent clause is dependent on more information so that we can have a complete thought. In order to play outside. Now, is this a dependent clause or an independent clause? It is, in fact, a dependent clause because it needs more information. It can't stand alone. So this dependent clause needs an independent clause to complete the thought. So we can add, you must clean your room in order to play outside, because a dependent clause is dependent on an independent clause to make sense. A conjunction is a word that simply joins two words together. A trick is they conjoin words together. So listed below are some examples, and actually the first letter of all these examples make fanboys. So an easy way to remember some conjunctions you use. So let's take a look at this example. I love bunnies, but I'm very allergic to them. Where is the conjunction? You got it. It's but. That's the conjunction that's joining. I love bunnies, and I'm very allergic to them. You're all doing great. I know this is a lot of information all at once. So let's pause here for a quick question-answer session, and then we'll continue on with the information.
Created using Powtoon.